You know that feeling when you look at a really old painting or hear a piece of music from way back when, and suddenly you feel like you're right there in that moment? That's because art isn't just some pretty decoration for history. It's its living pulse. It's the very heartbeat. So that's what we're going to dig into, how art gives us this incredible lens to see not only the world it came from, but also the timeless human experiences that connect every single one of us.
This quote just nails it, right? The cultural heartbeat. That's the powerful idea we're going to be running with. It really suggests that if you want to understand a society, really get what they cared about, what they were afraid of, what they dreamed of, you've got to listen to its art. It's the rhythm of their life captured forever.
Okay, so let's break this down. First up, let's think of art as a mirror. This is the idea that every single creative work is, in one way or another, a direct reflection of the specific time and place that made it. It's like a snapshot of a moment, and it's absolutely packed with clues about the society that created it.
Art is never, ever created in a vacuum. Think about it. A painting can be this raw, gut-punch response to a huge historical event, like Goya's paintings from the Napoleonic Wars. Or a song can become the defining anthem of a whole social movement. You know, political tensions are almost always bubbling just under the surface of a great novel. And hey, even technology totally changes the game, giving artists new tools and new things to talk about. The big takeaway here is that all these outside forces are baked right into the final work.
But here's where it gets really cool. While art is a mirror of its own time, its greatest power might be its ability to act as a bridge. It connects us right across the centuries. It lets us feel a shared experience with people who lived completely different lives from us. It's this two-sided nature that makes art so incredibly powerful.
And this slide just breaks it down perfectly. On one hand, you've got the mirror. The art is basically a time capsule, filled with all the specific details of where it came from. But on the other hand, you have the bridge. That exact same piece of art speaks to us today because it taps into something totally fundamental about being human. It's not one or the other. The most powerful art, it's almost always both.
So how does art actually build that bridge? Well, it plugs into these universal themes that go way beyond any one society. Just look at these two examples. For thousands of years, humans have used art to explore their place in the universe, to ask those huge questions about why we're here. That's a conversation that spans every single culture. And it's the same thing with the passage of time. That feeling of getting older, thinking about what you'll leave behind, and facing our own mortality. These are the core human things that can make a 500-year-old painting feel like it was made yesterday.
Okay, so this is all really interesting, but how do we actually use this idea? Why does this matter in the real world? Well, thinking this way is an absolute game changer, especially for educators trying to make history and social studies feel alive and relevant. This is just a fantastic roadmap for it. First, you use art to make history sink in deeper. Instead of just memorizing dates about an event, students can look at a painting from that time and actually feel the mood in the air. The facts just stick better. Second, you build empathy. By finding those universal themes in a song or a story, students start to see people from the past not as some names in a textbook, but as real people just like them. And what's so great is that this works for every kind of learner. Using powerful music and images gives you totally new ways into a topic, unlocking these complex ideas for everyone in the room.
So, we've seen how art is both a mirror and a bridge. It shows us its own time, but it also reaches across time by connecting to these deep human truths. And that brings us to this final, really important question. If we turn this lens on our own world right now, what does the art being created today say about us? What is the rhythm of our cultural heartbeat, and what story is it going to tell the people who come after us?